Duties in the Presidency, Dr. Bukar Usman. Dr. Usman, you're welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much.
Now, so many things or so many issues were raised at the seminar. Can you put them in perspective?
Indeed, many issues were raised at the two-day seminar. But I think central to the discussion were two issues: security and welfare of Nigerians. These have been emphasized in the Constitution as the primary responsibility of government. And these were the recent agitations and outcries provided the opportunity of this forum to examine why are these outcries. The conference really touched on what is it? Is it really the structure of the federal system we are practicing, or the rules, or what else is responsible? Why are the services which Nigerians demand and desire and in fact are entitled to not being provided, and to the extent that it is raising all this hue and cry in recent times? So some people say, yes, we are practicing federalism, which have undergone certain changes here and there over the years since we achieved independence. But at the end of it all, people are saying, even if in response to some of the cries that you restructure or whatever, which the structuring was really seen as different meaning to many people. But the bottom line is that what do you have in place in governance which will provide much needed services to the people, provide security and welfare.
And in your own opinion now, how do you think we can mainstream security and welfare, of the citizenry, and build confidence and trust, commitment, in the wake of all the agitations?
Well, the security is tied to the welfare of the people. People feel that some of this restlessness is due to inadequacy of probably what they deserve. And so good governance in respect of practicing of real democracy, respect for rule of law, were emphasized. And that Nigerians too, they have a responsibility. While leadership has a role, which they emphasize that, in fact, in terms of leadership, they still demand more, that leadership should show some kind of governance with a lot of moral ethics, that Nigeria has a lot of resources. Why are we not getting what is commensurable to the diversity of resources? As I said, the North and the South have complementary things. Yes. So no question of one part having its own way. And people concluded that, look, if there is somebody who came here with an agenda of suppressing, I'm sure he must have thrown it overboard at the end of the meeting. Because all the emphasis is that Nigeria as a whole is better than any of the parties, even if they go separate ways.
No, before we let you go, information and sharing, interagency collaboration were emphasized at the seminar. What is your counsel to security agencies now in Nigeria? Well,
once there is a heightened concern about security, normally people will ask, are these people really doing what they're supposed to do? Why? Particularly with the restiveness in the Northeast and some parts of the country. So the government has provided a lot of forum. Aside from the one in the Constitution, National Security Council, National Defense Council, you have security boards at all levels, including at the airports, at our borders, where the security agencies represented by all the paramilitary bodies discuss either weekly or monthly or quarterly. So if there is any vacuum in terms of that coordination, all it is that they need to look at it again to see how it can be reactivated. Because the National Security Advisor has a coordinating role. There is a law which provides him with that responsibility.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bukar Usman. We just have to leave it there. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.